There are bullet holes in vehicles out there. There are bullet holes all over that residence out there.
Coming up, Laurel County Sheriff's deputies say a father had to shoot and kill his own son in self-defense after the son shot and killed his girlfriend.
3 young men are dead after a crash in Nelson County. We're tracking the investigation into what caused that wreck.
Multiple residents of a home are without a place to stay this holiday season after their home catches fire.
Thanks for watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Deputies are investigating a deadly double shooting. And that shooting happened last night around 9:30. Laurel County deputies went out to a home on Nature's Bend Road, about 9 miles east of London. They say a man shot his girlfriend and then shot at his father. We're told his father then shot him. WKYT's Mike Byer is tracking that investigation in our top story at 6.
We deal with a lot of domestic violence issues here, but this is one of the most tragic that we've investigated recently.
Just over this hill sits a house where Laurel County Sheriff's deputies say one of the worst shootings they have ever seen took place.
There are bullet holes in vehicles out there. There are bullet holes all over that residence out there.
The shooting happened just before 9:30 last night off of Nature's Bend Lane, roughly 10 miles east of London. That's where Laurel County Sheriff's Deputy Gilbert Achardo says 29-year-old Michael Allen, his girlfriend, 26-year-old Ashley Beckner, and their 3-year-old daughter were visiting at Allen's father's home when the couple got into an argument.
Apparently the male subject pulled out a Glock 40 caliber, fired numerous rounds, killing his girlfriend at the scene.
Deputy Achardo tells us Allen then shot at his father, Charles Allen, who in return fired back at his son in self-defense, killing him.
We really believe that the father acted totally in self-defense.
While this was going on, deputies say the little girl and the father's wife were outside and luckily were not hurt.
This is a tragic set of events because this 3-year-old has lost her dad and her mother. Just a terrible, tragic situation.
In Laurel County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Deputies are not sure what led up to the argument or why Allen started shooting. Right now, Allen's father is not facing any charges. Deputies believe he shot Allen in self-defense. Police in Nelson County are trying to figure out what caused a crash that killed 3 men. The wreck happened around 7 this morning on Highway 31 between Kentucky 509 and Wolf Bridge. We're told all 3 men were in the same car. The coroner has identified them as 25-year-old Tyler Foster, 24-year-old Keaton Hall, and 24-year-old Jordan Hickman. The road where the crash happened reopened around 3 this afternoon. And in southern Kentucky, funeral arrangements are still pending for the 4 people killed in Friday's crash in Clay County. State police say 40-year-old Jason Gibson was driving west on the Hal Rogers Parkway when he crossed the center line and hit another car head-on. We're told the driver of that car, 63-year-old Judy Pennington Adams, and 2 of her passengers, 59-year-old Charlene Lewis and 23-year-old Tiffany Williams, died at the scene. Troopers say Williams was 8 months pregnant and her unborn baby died in the crash. Emergency crews flew Williams' son Kyson to UK Hospital, where he died yesterday. He was about to turn 2 years old. Gibson, we're told, is also at UK Hospital, and he is in fair condition tonight. State police believe alcohol and drug use are factors in that crash. Investigators are still searching for a missing eastern Kentucky man. Deputies say family last saw Scotty Fannin near his home in Martin County December 10th. Fannin was wearing blue jeans and a blue long-sleeve shirt under a green T-shirt. He is 6 feet tall and weighs about 160 pounds. There is a $1,000 reward for information that leads to him. The search for a missing northern Kentucky man has ended. Family last saw 36-year-old Chad Smith Monday at home in Fort Thomas. Police say Smith left his home with no coat, wallet, car, or cell phone. Dozens of people spent Saturday in Cincinnati and around Campbell County searching for Smith. Officers found his body on the river near Cincinnati's 2 stadiums. Police say someone spotted him in Winton Terrace earlier in the week. They believe a woman took him in, fed him, and gave him clothes. They have not yet released his cause of death. A Bullitt County teacher is facing drug charges tonight. Police arrested 33-year-old Kristen Smith early Saturday morning. She is charged with possession of meth. Police have not released any details about their investigation. School leaders say Smith has been with the district since 2014. Before that, she spent 7 years working for Eminence Independent Schools. The superintendent is now investigating and will determine what actions the district will take against Smith. A Scott County family now has to find a new home for Christmas. Firefighters tried to save the trailer on Mulholland Drive early this morning. They say it's too damaged for the family living inside to stay. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is in Georgetown talking to the father of the children who live there.
A family was sleeping at the time their home caught fire overnight. We're told they got out okay, but they're without everything else.
The Scott County Fire Department responded to a fully engulfed trailer fire just before 2 a.m. Sunday. Officials tell us Samantha Bailey and her boyfriend, Mark Wombles, were asleep when Wombles noticed smoke and then fire coming from the kitchen. The couple then tried to extinguish the blaze without success. They made it outside to call 911, but were unable to salvage anything inside the home. Firefighters are ruling this home a total loss. Typically, Bailey's 2 teen sons are staying with her. Luckily, the 2 were not home at the time of the blaze.
I mean, she was kind of in a daze, like when I seen her this morning, and she woke up when I had to go to the motel room to wake them up, see what all they need or whatever. But I mean, they was kind of in shock. I mean, I don't think they can't believe what happened to them.
Friends of the family tell us the family does have temporary living arrangements right now. In Scott County, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
And Scott County firefighters are still searching for the cause of that fire. We have information on how to help the family on our website, WKYT.com. The week leading up to Christmas is always a busy one for many people, including firefighters. Tonight, they want to warn families about potential hazards that they often see during the holiday season. They're hoping the warning now will keep many families and homes safe. Lights and decorations, they say, can lead to electrical problems.
Just to make sure that you're talking about lights for your Christmas tree, to make sure they're in good condition, not frayed, you have them plugged into the proper electrical outlet and electrical supply devices as far as extension cords and stuff go.
And if you have a real tree, you need to water it. Firefighters say dry trees and electrical problems cause many fires this time of year. It is not beginning to look a lot like Christmas in the Bluegrass. We are tracking a warm-up all the way into Christmas Day. Expect mild temperatures and a lot of chances for rain. WKYT's Mike Linden is taking an early look at that holiday forecast.
And Kristen, it really doesn't feel like Christmas all that much either. Today, of course, is one of the last few days of the fall season. Tomorrow is the last day of it, and right now, temperatures are pretty normal. It's been an odd year, to say the least, and it feels like it wouldn't be appropriate without an odd end to the fall season. Right now, temperatures in the mid-40s, which is right around normal for this time of year. And if we take a look at Defender, we can also see the skies now beginning to become rather overcast. It was a really nice start to our day, and even though it feels quite nice, we are looking at some big changes on the way. We look off to the southwest, and we can see plenty of moisture heading our way, and that looks to be what we can expect to find almost each and every day of the work week ahead of us here. So we can pretty much rule out a white Christmas going forward here, but it's really a double-edged sword. Not only will it not be a white Christmas, it looks like it could be a warm Christmas, with some temperatures getting back into the 60s. Coming up, I'll take you through the work week ahead of us here and show you why we can rule it out being a warm Christmas, and why you might be able to leave the winter coat at home leading into the start of the season. Kristen?
Mike, Donald Trump's proposal to ban all Muslims from entering the United States would go nowhere in the Senate. Today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Trump's proposal to ban Muslims would never clear Senate. McConnell has criticized the controversial idea in the past. Today, he explained the geopolitical realities that make the proposal unacceptable.
We're not going to follow that suggestion that this particular candidate made. It would prevent the president of Afghanistan from coming to the United States. The king of Jordan couldn't come to the United States. Obviously, we're not going to do that.
McConnell would not talk about who he supports among the Republican presidential candidates. He did say, though, that he hopes a Republican wins. More than 200 children in Lexington woke up to an early Christmas this morning. Boys and girls in the East End received gifts from members of the Kingdom Center, a local church. WKYT's Sean Moody went to the service at the Lyric Theater.
Most days, the Lyric Theater in Lexington's East End is host to entertainment or cultural events, but on Sunday mornings,
do you guys like some cookies?
It's the home of the Kingdom Center Church. And they've been trying to get to know people around the neighborhood a little more over the past few weeks.
This day was a day that God spoke to our hearts, and He said, I want you to bless this community.
So they could invite them to this. They gave out more than 250 toys to children from throughout the neighborhood.
This one? This one, all right. There you go. Merry Christmas, guys.
All bought with thousands of dollars that the church members raised. They're making Christmas just a little brighter.
This is lovely. Somebody's helping me.
For a lot of families.
Without this, it'd probably be very, very little.
Who could use some kindness.
Well, it shows that people care, that there's some people out there that really care.
In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
This was the second big giveaway for the church. Earlier this year, they gave more than 250 backpacks to students.